Hello and welcome everybody to the LineStar or Props Optimizer MLB Prop Show and Home Run Calls. I'm your host Tyler Wiemann, and we will dig into the props in a minute. But before we do, come join us at Props Optimizer, free prop betting platform on iOS and Android. It's free with the viewing of ads, or $10 a month without the ads. In today's show, if you are watching it live, I'm going to do the props, and then I'm going to get into a little bit of a DFS because the slates are a little weird. We got the main slate on DraftKings is now. The main slate on FanDuel is later. We at least have 4 games later. So I'm going to just throw it in after the prop show, and then I will split the two and upload the DFS separately. If you just want that DFS part, you will still absolutely get it. Josh, hello. Thank you for joining us. JG Tate, what is up, my man? And may see some foreshadowing in today's picks there. Now, as always, we're going to start off from with some review from yesterday. Then we will get into our picks. Let's dive in and check out how we did yesterday. It was a 3-for-3 day. Mad Zero, what is up? We got the money gun going on. We Byron Buxton had 2. He had a double early in the game, and I was a little worried he would not be able to either get another hit or a run or RBI. But it happened later. So Byron Buxton cashed. Vinny P had 3 hits, runs, and RBIs. And Yandy Diaz, 3 hits, runs, and RBI. His stretch versus Gosman stays. The BVP pros or BVP truthers came through once again. 2 at-bats, 2 hits, 2 walks, an RBI. Yandy got it done. So nice 3-for-3 day. Now we will get into today's picks. Thank you all for joining us. And I do have a little nugget for you guys if you want to play one of these early slate games. And that is Brayan Bello under 95.5 for his pitch count. I think he's just, the line's just a little bit high. I think this spot is a little bit difficult for him versus the A's. We got nice hitting weather in Boston. A's have a ton of bats that can get to Bello here. And while he's been good, he's still been allowing almost 35% hard contact rate, 29% line drive. So guys are seeing him well and hitting him well. And the A's versus righties hitting 262, high ISO, high WOBA, and I've got to him in the past. So I think that 95.5 pitch count number is a little bit low. And then you also throw in that over his last 5 starts, he's averaging 93. Over the last 20, he's averaging 94. With him being in a tough spot, I think it's probably going to be a little bit hard for him to get over. All right, now let's get into today's picks. Our 2 main props, we got Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge. As always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. One lucky winner will win $20. And the winner from yesterday, I forgot to say that when I did the money gun, so we'll get back to that right now. I'm going to go with a guy that comments all the time and has already commented today, and that is Josh Witt. You win $20, Josh. Please DM us on Twitter. You can go to my personal or the LineStar app Twitter, and we'll get you your $20. Now, into the picks again. Shohei Ohtani, Aaron Judge, our 2 picks. I know I'm really reaching, but I just wanted good guys in good spots, and I think both spots are very interesting today. Shohei Ohtani, yes, Liddell, go A's. I think they're in an interesting spot. Kikuchi over 1.5 walks is interesting as well. I was looking at that earlier. But let's look at Shohei Ohtani. Now, this is another one to those BVP truthers. You guys hit yesterday. Let's do it again. 23 plate attempts against Logan Webb, 368 average, 2 home runs, 421 ISO, very high WOBA at 529. He has a 52% hard contact rate over the last 2 weeks. And then look at these splits versus righties lately. 357 average, 5 home runs and 55 plate attempts, 452 ISO, high WOBA. It's really very similar to what his BVP data is versus Webb. Man has been hitting extremely well lately, and I think we got to just go back to that here in this spot. Hitting 320 over the last week with 3 home runs. He has 8 home runs over the month. I think Shohei is in a great spot for over 1.5 total bases. Our LineStar projection is 2.2, and then consensus is 2.4. Next, we got Aaron Judge over 1.5 total bases. LineStar is at 2.4. Consensus is at 2.5. And Aaron Judge is in a great spot versus Baltimore and versus Pavich. He is going to hit third once again, and Pavich 219th versus right-handed bats. We know Judge is a top 5% hitter, really top 1%. And Travis, thank you for shouting out the good with the bad. We do appreciate it. Aaron Judge hitting 320 over the last month, 570 over the last week. And then we got to look at what he's been doing against lefty pitchers over the last 20 days. He's hitting 524, has 3 home runs and 23 plate attempts, 476 average, incredibly high WOBA. All in all, he's in a great spot to crush once again, and he is a 330 versus lefties in general. Then we look at Pavich versus righties. While he's a big-time prospect, he has shown some signs of really catching on. He's still giving up a 5.47 ERA and a 251 average, 165 ISO. And the most wild thing to me about all of this data is that over the last 2 weeks versus lefty, he has an 85% hard contact rate. The man is just hitting the ball hard. He's also 4 for 4 with 2 home runs off Pavich in his career. Behind Pavich is a bullpen that's really not scaring me that much. So those are our 2 main props, Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge, both over 1.5 total bases. Last but not least, Teoscar Hernandez, 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. LineStar's at 1.1, consensus at 1.9. Look, we're picking on Logan Webb a little bit here, but Logan Webb's numbers versus the Dodgers just are not good. He's giving up a 368 average versus them, and he's played them a ton. And Teoscar lately has been hitting righties very, very well. 319 average, 3 home runs, 277 ISO, and you look at the BVP data, 22 plate attempts, 368, 1 home run, 263 ISO. We're just trying to pick on Logan Webb a little bit, and I think it's an interesting spot in DFS to go as well, which we will talk about in a minute. Reminder, please like, comment, subscribe, and one lucky winner can win $20 when we hit our 2 props. Now, let's get our home run calls of the day. And my home run call of the day today is, once it loads, Aaron Judge. We have met a 30.9% chance for a home run. Vegas is at 32.8%. It is not very often that we are this high on Aaron Judge, and I think we need to make a point of that. Cade Pavich has been giving it up. Aaron Judge has 2 home runs and 4 plate attempts. Oh, hey Josh, if you don't have Twitter, don't worry about making an account and all that stuff. Just email me at tyler@betfully.com and I can get it that way to you. Now, back to Judge. I think he's just in an amazing spot. We talked about how good he's been versus lefties and how good he's been versus Pavich, and that 85% hard contact rate over the last 2 weeks is just too much to look past. Then you add in, we have decent weather in Baltimore today, and they played up to hitting. I like Aaron Judge for a bomb today. Those are our 3 picks and our home run calls. Just to round it out for you guys, once again, our props today: Shohei Ohtani over 1.5 total bases, Aaron Judge over 1.5 total bases, and Teoscar Hernandez over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. And then our home run call, Aaron Judge. Now, I'm going to get to some good old DFS. Let's throw up a little closing banner here, and I'll come back in 15 seconds for DFS. Hello and welcome to the MLB DFS slate breakdown presented by LineStar. Please come join us. Give us a try for free if you have not tried us yet. 7 days free. It will get you the end of baseball season, or pretty much the end. The end is the 28th for the MLB season. And then it also gets you week 3 in the NFL. Come give us a try for free. There is no better mobile platform for DFS than ours. Come give us a try. Now, let's get into the slate. We are going to skip over the normal review we go over and just get into the slate itself. And with that, we'll start with our high-owned pitchers. Pitchers to consider. We got Hunter Green, 36% owned versus the Cubs. He has a 4.45 FIP over his last 5, 3.67 over the last 20. His K rate is super high. One of the things that I think is crazy is that he is averaging 50% more fantasy points at home in his small ballpark, when he's also averaging 46% hard contact and 33% line drives. I think something kind of needs to give here. So, while I like Green, I think there's also some other places you can go as well. I don't feel like you need to play Green. The Cubs also have started hitting a little bit lately. Now, the BVP data does favor Green quite a bit. In 74 plate attempts, they're hitting 133 off of him. Hitting the ball hard, 250 ISO, but low WOBA, high K rate. I think it's an interesting spot, but not one that we absolutely have to go to. Next, we got Yamamoto, 9.7K. Our projection is all the way up at 23. The consensus is 20. And look what this dude is doing lately. 3 straight 30-plus performances. 7 innings, 1 earned run, 10 Ks. 8.2 innings. Remember, this was a loss. 2 of these are losses, which is crazy. But he had a no-hitter through 8.2 innings, had 10 Ks. Then the Dodgers still lost. And then the game before that, 7 innings, 1 earned run, 10 Ks. Goes to show you that even though Yamamoto's pitching, you can still have some giant stacks, because the bullpen of the Dodgers for Yamamoto in very limited innings has given up 3+ runs in 3 straight games, but Yamamoto has absolutely been dealing. 2.51 FIP, 33% K rate over the last 5, FIP of 3, 29% K rate over the last 20. A lot of fly balls, but StatCast data is great. I definitely like the spot for Yamamoto, and he has been great for us versus the Giants. Giants have been hot, but I would prefer Yamamoto in this matchup, and I would prefer him over Hunter Green. Quinn Prester, 8K, 32% owned versus the Angels. Angels are our favorite punching bag right now, and I don't mind going back to him. He only has a 20% K rate, so that upside is a little limited here, but the dude has been dealing. Angels been striking out a ton. 27.3% combined K rate for a guy that only, or usually is right at 20%, is fine for me. And on this main slate, on this small slate, I'm not going to be too picky. Logan Webb, we're picking on him in props, and I don't really want to take him for DFS. If he goes super low owned, I will sprinkle some of him just because the upside and how good Logan Webb is as a pitcher, but I don't like this spot for him. Dodger bats have awoken, and in 198 plate attempts, they're hitting 341 with 6 home runs, 390 WOBA, and only striking out at 14%. It's just not a great spot for Logan Webb. This team has got to him over and over and over again. Max Fried, 3.55 FIP over his last 20, 2.97 over the last 5. And this Baltimore Orioles team has really, really struggled versus left-handed hitters for the entire year. 227 average over the last 150 with a 28% K rate. Over the last 20, 227 average, 25% K rate. Their K rate is down. Their ISO is up. They are hitting the ball hard. But all in all, I think Fried likely gets over on the Orioles. The only issues here, he's averaging 26% less fantasy points away, and Baltimore is a hitter-friendly ballpark, and there's nice weather there today. That's the only downside of Fried, but I'm very interested, especially at 9,200. Kikuchi, he's in a super tough spot. He's way worse away, but we know he's so boom bust, and if you're on a boom game at his prices, he could break the slate. So I don't mind sprinkling some Kikuchi versus the Brewers in this spot either. Getting over onto FanDuel, our high-owned, we got Yamamoto. He should be. Quinn Prester, Max Fried are next. I don't hate sprinkling in some Hunter Green over here at a 10.1K, or Kikuchi if you really want to get wild. Now let's get to some stacks before we can round this out and end this spot here. So our highest owned stacks, we got Cincinnati. Not sure who the Cubs are going to throw out there as a pitcher yet, but decently warm weather, small park, makes some sense to want to go there. Highest projected, we got Yankees versus Cade Pavich. I see Keem is asking about Jazz in this spot. So Jazz has actually been very, very good versus lefties lately, hitting 300, only 24 plate attempts, so not the biggest sample size here, but he's hitting them hard. He's been decent over the last 20 games. He has just been very boom or bust lately. My issue with Jazz right now is 16% hard contact rate. He's getting a lot of soft contact, but it is an interesting spot versus Pavich. I think he's an okay play. Not one I'm running to get to, but I don't mind it, Keem. Yankees as a whole, though, do have a ton of interest, and I think they're going overlooked a little bit with ownerships in really like the mid-60s, mid-50-ish area. Our high value play, we got the Cubs versus Hunter Green. I think this is a very interesting leverage play and value option here. While Hunter Green is good, he is going high owned. He allows a lot of hard contact, and he's in a small ballpark. That can definitely go bad. And he hasn't brought his top stuff lately at the 4.45 ERA. High ceiling action, we got Yankees, Giants, Cubs, all popping up. I don't mind. I don't love the Giants bats, but like we've seen, that Dodgers bullpen has been giving it up when Yamamoto pitches a little bit. High leverage, we got Baltimore versus Fried. Don't love it, but you can definitely go there. It's a 4-game slate, so we're gonna have to get uncomfortable with some stuff in our lineups. Now our teams tab. 5.1 for the Yankees, clear top option. Milwaukee at 4.6. I think Milwaukee stacks are super interesting, as is Cincinnati. Just don't love their ownership. I think I would rather play a lower owned Milwaukee or Yankees at a higher implied team total than eat the chalk with Cincinnati. And then Dodgers at 5.2 might be one of my favorite stacks on the slate when it comes to ownership and ceiling outcomes versus that Giants team. Cubs at 4 is a leverage only stack for me. Now, that will do it for us today, guys. Hope you all have a good one. We'll be back later today with the NFL prop show for week 3. Hope you all have a good one. Please come join us at LineStar. Talk to you all later. Peace.